Hello, this is High Templar with my Total War Warhammer multiplayer online battle, and this is 2 versus 2 battle. I'm playing Greenskins and Celestyr is playing Vampire Counts, and we are fighting against Dwarfs and the Empire. So this is the second battle, 2 versus 2, that I played with Celestyr, and I'm bringing Orc Boss on board and Night Goblin Shaman for boosting those Black Orcs if necessary, and some other stuff. Two Goblin Big Bosses, and then there is Savage or Boar Boys here, and here we have 3 Boar Biguns and 2 Goblin Archers. So I was pretty sure this is where the Empire will be standing, so you will see me once I've noticed that changing sides. And Celestyr brought Clove the Nagash and the Necromancer, Crypt Horrors, Cane Rites and Graveguards without great weapons, which is, he thought he would be coming, he would be going after Empire, and we should have totally switched the sides, but we didn't, that was a mistake. And also 2 Black Knights, and for his lord he has 3 Ghoul King, very good choice. And we also have 2 Goblin Wolf Riders on the far flank. So already artillery hitting us. I'm switching sides with my boars. The cannons are trying to hit the Black Orcs and also the Black Knights. I've retreated a little bit. So far I'm very lucky with how we decided not to switch sides, and that is a tactical mistake, since as you can see I have lots of Black Orcs, which will be very good against Dwarves, not the best, but with some. But this is the only Orc infantry that you can bring against Orcs, against Dwarves. The Dwarf player has Tain and Ungrim. That's an organ gun, interesting. 2 organ guns and 2 cannons. Then he has Longbeards, pretty good. And 4 units of colors. And also Gyrocopters with brimstone guns, that will be killers against my Black Orcs. For the Empire, this is interesting choice. This is actually Volkar the Grim. So two lords were brought from the Grim and Grave. Then we have Fledglings, 3 units on the flank, great swords here and here, another unit of Fledglings, we have a great cannon, we have handgunners, and a single unit of Empire Knights. Interesting choice. We also have a Bright Wizard, not a Celestial Wizard, not a Light Wizard, and Warrior Priest also. 2 Warrior Priests actually. So, interesting choice, to say at least. And one of my units of Black Orcs, pounded by all this firepower, was brought down to 67 kills. 67 men. Pretty bad for me, but yeah, those cannons, if they won't be able to kill more, that would be a huge waste of money, because single unit of Black Orcs 1100, single unit of cannons 800, and organ guns are even more expensive. So I'm charging with my boars against those Flagellants. I ignore the spell. I was thinking, yeah, they did not disrupt me. And see this charge. The Flagellants, no armor, very high leadership, but and high health, but those guys have no armor, and these are savage orc boys. However, this unit has intercepted slightly my charge here, and as you can see, send those guys flying. But savage orc boys should do more damage to a unit like that, and as you can see, I am taking a lot of damage on the charge, which is very interesting. Oh, these are tattered souls. That's why. Tattered souls, uh, 43 melee attack, 33 defense, very high weapon strength, 36. Lots of men and lots of health. I've gotten my guy into the cannon because one of my goblin big bosses into one cannon, the other one is trying to break through to the other cannon through the longbeards, and also charging. Longbeards have charge bonus against large, so I'm changing to flagellants. Already retreating with my savage orc boys, as you can see, those tattered souls destroyed my guys. I should really bring more armored units. These flagellants did very well indeed on the charge. It seems that my charges here are doing very... This is not how the charge is supposed to... This is not the amount of damage that charge is supposed to do. And now attacking longbeards from the sides. Yeah, heavy armored longbeards got more damage on the charge than the flagellants with orc boy biguns. These are enormous guys. So quite beaten black orcs finally getting into the line of dwarfs, and also buying time with the Vampiricans army. It would be very bad if they another charge actually faint. Getting my units of black orcs into the units of longbeards, that would be a win if I am able to get it. My goblin shaman is here and is already casting spells, getting Wa on my black orcs. My lord got into the center of it all. Those flagellants are doing very well against such a massive cavalry. I didn't get a good charge, so that will be an issue, but I'm spotting Empire Knights very shortly. My orcs stopped moving for some reason, they lost an attack. My wolves are waiting because I know, I'm actually not keeping good count on them. And the Empire Knights is getting charged, but through the flagellants, so there will be not as much damage that they could do. My black orcs, my lord is being attacked by everyone, getting my goblin boss into the two units, range units of my enemy. Savage orcs boys are pretty beaten up. Fighting my goblin big boss, fighting the enemy with my goblin big boss, retreated some of my board units, and now preparing to recharge. My archers are on the wrong side of battlefield, they cannot do too much against. They would do very well against flagellants, not against this. Finally, the Empire Knights charge with my boar beacons, trying to tie them at the same time, popping a healing potion, I guess, another charge into them, but my other units are blocking the charge, so I'm trying to get them off. That is another very bad. I'm not getting good charges, and this will make me lose a battle that I would normally win very decisively. But at the same time, At the same time, the vampire count's already destroying those units here on the flanks. I managed to stop most of the range units with my goblin for long enough for the Strigoi Bull to get inside, but he's losing his health very rapidly and he will crumble any second now. Those units are on my orc boss. They will keep him. He already lost his potion. I gotten my unit of Goblin Wolf Riders against some of the guys here, and now I'm trying to get this warrior priest, but single unit would be enough. Firing the flagellants with my goblins, and some of my cav is going back. The greatsword caught my guys, but now they will be shot in the back. And here my Goblin Wolf Riders finally taking care of Quarterers by charging. This warrior priest will be out of the action. Now the goblin shaman is on the flagellants. Not the best choice, but this was the only unit that I have. Now he's running away. Single unit of black orcs still in a fight against the longbeards. That unit will do very well, and I'm charging through all the range units that are left, as you can see, breaking them totally with my wolf riders, and still making a good shots with my goblin archers on those gyrocopters, staggering them, those guys not being able to do very much. At the same time, I attacking with my goblin big boss at the Ungrim. They are trying to get anyone back. This is another goblin big boss and my goblin knight shaman. I'm out of mana, so I'm using him to fire at anything. The rest of the goblins just want to take out this cannon crew just for the morale effects. My goblin wolf riders taking care of most of the units here, now going for a back charge because I want to get those guys shattered. And those greatswords are being attacked by the two goblin archer unit. 99 kills on one of those units. Now the gyrocopters are getting into the fight, but I managed to get a nice charge with my black orcs who managed to rout. There is a vortex spell on my goblin archers. Another unit going back from routing, and this goblin wolf riders going back. As you can see, there is still 2 minutes of this battle, which is very surprising. But I'm getting another nice charge on the Volkmar, and here my black orcs. This guy is almost dead, so I'm making my black orcs fight the Volkmar because of the armor, obviously. 100 armor is no joke. And those crypt horrors managed, as I expected, to kill the Dwarf General, and I managed to kill the Empire General. And I'm also trying to make my Goblin Archers still firing at those gyrocopters, making them rout, and this is the end. So on the overall, I've made a terrible mistake with my big boar biguns. They scored very few kills. This charge on the Tattered Sword, not on the Tattered Sword, because that charge on the Tattered Sword wasn't that good. But the charges on the flagellants should be more effective. There is just so many of them that they basically stopped, and because of the loose formation, they stopped the charge, which is funny because I've noticed that for the second time the loose formation here is better against stopping cap and getting it inside the unit, you know. than tight formations. And they also didn't get a good charge on the Empire Knights. The Empire Knights get a decent charge on them, not so bad. So that was a great loss on my guys. Very good gameplay for a Gravity Zero. My Goblin Wolf Riders shattered. I mean, they were great, and my Goblin Archers did very well. Two of my Black Orclings that actually got into the fight did excellent. One of the units paid for himself, one didn't, because that one was fighting long builds, and that was just not enough to pay for it. Those two units got massacred by the cannons, but those cannons barely paid for themselves, but they did okay. I managed to, with big bosses and everything, I managed to stop the Quellerers. Gravity Zero, not 63 kills on Dagger Souls, not that much. They didn't return themselves, and so the Flagellants. I thought they would do better. The Empire Knights did very well indeed, and the Great Cannon did very well. So did Volkar. Those two guys were blocked by my troops. Great Swords. I'm not sure they must have been fighting with the Vampire Counts. I didn't recall that. As for the Celestyr, Strigoi Ghoul, excellent job, and those Graveguards did very well. They were against Dwarfs, so they did very well. Ken Wrights obviously a good fight, and the Clown of Nagash not only getting the boost but also getting 39 kills, excellent job. Anyhow, this is all. I hope you like it. If you did, press like. If you want to comment, please leave a comment. And I also would like to recommend my other Let's Plays and my other videos, Total War Warhammer mechanics, but also different games. Thank you for watching, and see you later.